All right, and we're back. So, I have not watched this video in its entirety in a long time. So, this video was recorded October 4th, 2020 at 11:22 p.m. at The Link in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know my story, I moved out to Vegas in February of 2020, right before COVID.
Okay.
So, right before a global pandemic, I moved to Vegas. So it shuts down. So now this is like, in the middle of COVID, but the casinos are back open. February 8th, 2022 is when I sought help. So we are still a year and a half away. Okay. Now, this was me on like one of my last hurrah nights. Okay. So like I had already accepted a job in Virginia at MGM National Harbor. Mm-hmm. So I was leaving Vegas, and this is like one of my last nights in Vegas.
All right.
And at this time, I also knew I needed help. And, of course, me being the ham that I am, I'm like, I'm going to make a documentary about this. So I have a lot of videos about around this time. So another day we'll watch. So I took a video of me driving there, saying what the plan was. I then took video of me gambling, Keno slots, craps, whatever.
I have so much to say already.
I know. But so then this is the video after I lost everything. So we're back. It's 11:20. Don't know how long we were in there, but saw what happened. This is definitely like therapeutic doing this. It's also like almost giving me anxiety. So I hit 7 out of 8. I hit 5 out of 5. I turned 3. I walked in there with 520. I lost 175 playing craps. I then took the rest to a Keno slot. I put in 100, lost, put in a second 100, got it up over 1,200, and I am leaving with nothing but some combos and a Kit Kat. Right now, how I feel in this moment, if I had access to more money, I would keep going. It's like a numb feeling. Like I now will wake up in the morning to the realization of like just the deeper hole that I've put myself in. And there's almost a small sense of relief because, like I said, there's literally nothing else I can do. I now just have to suck it up for a month. But as I sit here right now, I don't think I can stay in Vegas. I don't think there's any way I can stay in Vegas just for the sheer temptation of it. No matter where I live, no matter where I've ever lived, I've always gambled, but it's just it is a different beast out here. Because it's not so much, I mean, obviously it's the money, but it's the fact that you can go anywhere at any time and gamble. And, even taking 40 or 60 bucks into a casino and gambling with it, not only does that give me the high, but it also gives me the low once I lose. And, I have to stop this low feeling. Like I said, I don't even feel that bad right now because I'm numb. I've gotten past the point of being losing, and now I'm just numb. I don't even really feel it. And I understand that no one should feel sorry for me, but I do 100% believe that this is a disease that I have inherited and that it's fucking ruined my 30s. It completely ruined my 30s, pretty much. But as we sit here right now, October 4th, I think this is it. I think I'm really gonna stop. Like I said, it's easy to say that when your net worth is negative $1,400. So we'll see what happens once I have some money. But okay. We were close though. 7 out of 8. Needed 22 for $5,000. Bastard. It's your fault, Mom. Oh man.
Ooh.
I mean,
Wow.
you guys need to talk because I'm on the verge right now. I had not watched that. Oof.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But yeah, that was. I mean, definitely make sure to get this posted so people can have some reference. But just seeing you, I mean, totally joyless. Like,
You can hear it in my voice, right?
yeah.
Even your humor is not genuine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So I see that, right? And I'm like, that's not the same person I'm looking at. And I equate that video as an alcoholic as like the hangover the next morning, right? Where I'm just, and you said you weren't even sad yet. You were still numb at that point. When I see it, I see sadness. I don't know. I do. And that's how I felt, right? That when you wake up with like that calamity, impending calamity of, I did it again. And I was watching that and I'm like, you weren't surprised at the outcome at all. And neither was I most of those mornings either. And
when I watched that, I know that was nothing more than an addict coming down from a high. And I always thought I was ready to quit when I had no money. But like I said, I did admit in that video, if I had access to more money, I'd go back in.
I was going to comment on the end there. That's like so you have no money, you said you're negative, right? Yeah. Well, if you have no money, you can't gamble, right? That's like the addict that's still in a detox, right?
Exactly.
Can't use drugs, right? Or the alcoholic who gets arrested for DUI and swears to his wife, I'm never going to drink again. A lot of people quit. But can you stay stopped, right? I mentioned that earlier, right? And that's that cycle. And I think you, in that moment, you were serious.
Yeah.
You genuinely wanted to stop. Yeah. You did. But your disease, right?
Which I was like, this is a disease. That was pretty good. That was some foreshadowing. I didn't really know that.
So you had another year and a half.
Yeah. So that was October 2020. I did not. It wasn't until February 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, man, my face was getting hot watching that video. Like, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I have it. And there's more where that came from. We can, on another episode, we'll watch more. But it feels like a different person for sure. But it's also like, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that guy.
Okay, so I have so many questions.
Yes, let's go.
My first question is actually for Eddie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So watching that video.
Yep.
Does it put into perspective a person with a gambling addiction? Like how we were talking earlier, and I think Adam had asked you like if you felt a gambling addiction and alcohol addiction were the same. Does that video put it in perspective more or less? Yeah.
So, for the listeners, right, you'll be able to watch this video, right?
Maybe not watch it, but they're definitely going to hear it.
Hear it? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I got the pleasure of watching it, right? So, for someone that I gamble, right? I sports bet. I go to the casino, right? And so, again, Jen, you mentioned it's hard for some people don't put it on the same level as alcoholism or addiction. I can promise you, if you could have seen what I saw and you're going to hear what I heard, that is equal to the same way I felt in April of 2024. It is. I made promises that this was it. I was done. And it wasn't, right?
Yeah.
It has all the same characteristics of an alcoholic who feels like they've hit rock bottom, right? And they swear off that they're never going to pick up a drink again. And they believe that, and you believed that. Listening to that and watching it, in your face, I think you believed it.
I think I believed at this point, shit gets dark. Like the last year and a half of my gambling, the last year and a half of my life prior to getting help, it was fucking dark, right? Like there were moments where I showed a positive face but it was fucking dark, man. It really was. This was this led to being in Maryland. This led to being at the Horseshoe, Baltimore, getting hand pays for $4,000 and not cracking a smile. Like this was dark. But yeah, I mean, but like I said, in that moment, right, in that like 3-hour window, when you lose, you can't get any more money, and it's gone. In that moment, you think you're going to stop. That's when I always say, like, I wish I could bottle this up. I wish I could bottle up this feeling when I wake up tomorrow morning and still feel that way. But no, I don't feel. I wake up with the itch, right? The disease stretches out, wakes up, and says, "All right, last night was bad, but we can make it back."